Several times a year, the nonprofit Rocky Mountain Honor Flight takes veterans to Washington, D.C. to see, for the first time in most cases, the monuments that stand in their honor.
Such an incredible organization. The trips are emotional for the veterans, but each of them comes with a $60,000 price tag to do that. And that's why we hold a telethon every year, and we raise money to help the nonprofit continue the mission.
We also want to talk more about it today, and that's why Danny Tomlinson is here. Danny is an Honor Flight board member. He's going to talk more about these trips, and you can speak firsthand because you were just on a trip that took off last week, stayed through Saturday. Tell us all about that experience, Danny.
I went as a veteran about 4 years ago and have been now on 13 flights as a guardian. The flights always leave on Thursday. We fly to BWI Airport at Baltimore, and then we spend on Thursday, we spend Friday and Saturday at the different memorials and monuments that are dedicated to our country's veterans. Mm-hmm. We always do the World War II Memorial, the World War I Memorial, the Korean War Memorial. The Vietnam Wall is especially meaningful because most of our veterans now are Vietnam War veterans. We originally started the honor flights to take World War II and Korean War veterans, but unfortunately they've passed or are too old to travel. And we spend Friday and Saturday, see all the monuments. We go to Arlington to the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and watch the changing of the Tomb Guard. We have been very fortunate the last several years to be able to actually place a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. In fact, last May was the lead guardian for a 4-man detail to place a wreath. That's an experience that you'll never forget. And then we come home on Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening to a rousing welcome out at DIA, and it's so much different than 50 years ago when we came back from Vietnam.
Right, of course.
Especially.
You were talking about how you've been on so many of these now. Everyone's so different, and it seems like the least that we can do to send our heroes there to see the monuments that are built in their honor. But you're saying it's also about healing for them, right?
It is. It's especially for the Vietnam vets. When we came back, people didn't like us. They spit on us, they cussed at us. We were not popular because we had been part of the military during that Vietnam War, which was a very unpopular war. And the reception that we got when we came home was terrible. It was disgraceful. And now when you see the entire airport standing and clapping and cheering, little kids coming up saying, "May I shake your hand?
Yeah.
Can I give you a hug?" It really helps a lot. Also, at the Vietnam Wall, so many times these veterans have friends, have personal connection to one of the names, the 58,000 names of men and women that died there. And it kind of brings closure, I think, to that.
Finally getting that reception you just mentioned that you probably deserved decades ago.
Yeah.
Can you talk about being a member of the Honor Flight Board? Obviously, this cause means enough for you to be on the board. Just talk about the meaning of this personally to you, not just to everyone else who goes on these flights, but for you personally, Danny.
The Rocky Mountain Honor Flight is a 501c3. We're totally nonprofit. We have no paid staff. We our funding for our flights, for our entire operation, comes from generous donors. We have no government funding of any sort. It's wonderful people that contribute on the 9 News telethon, which we are deeply appreciative of every year. We have some very generous donors. But people have asked me, friends have asked me, you've been there, you've seen all those monuments. Why do you keep going back? It makes you a better person. And it sounds really kind of hokey to say, but it makes me feel good inside to see the healing that takes place, and the bonding. On Thursday morning at the airport, the 30 veterans that we take on each flight, they don't know each other. They've maybe met at the pre-flight luncheon a week before. They really don't know each other. On Saturday afternoon, they have 50 brand new best friends because they've all shared that experience of being a young person, leaving home, leaving their family, maybe their wife or their husband, their boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe their kids, and gone off to serve their country, and not knowing if they're going to come back. And it's a common bond that veterans share, men and women, and we have quite a few women on our flight. This past week we had a single woman veteran, Darlene. She was a Navy Senior Chief Petty Officer during the Vietnam War. But we always have 3, 4, 5 women of the 30 veterans that we take each time.
I know you were saying that you appreciate 9 News and the telethon that we do. We appreciate our nation's heroes and our veterans, and so we're so proud to be part of this and have a telethon once again this year. It's coming up on Thursday. I know time is of the essence too in terms of getting some of these veterans on the honor flight as well. So real quick, we have just a few seconds left. What message do you have for our viewers to encourage them to donate to this cause on Thursday?
Right now, we take 4 flights a year. We go in April and May, September and October. We try to avoid the heat in the summer, the cold in the winter. But our wait list is about 1.5 to 2 years with Vietnam vets. Obviously, World War II or Korean War vet goes right to the head of the line. But the Vietnam vets are selected by the date that they signed up, their date of application. And the Vietnam vets now are in their late 70s or 80s, and we want to try to get them back there on an honor flight before they are unable to travel. So we're trying to add a 5th flight this year, probably in late October. And we still want to avoid the bad weather, whether it's hot or cold.
Right.
And each flight is actually 60,000 plus. Costs have gone up a little bit. So the 9 News Telethon greatly helps. And it doesn't matter if the callers give us $10 or $10,000. We appreciate every penny, and it's so welcome. And we can't say thank you enough to our veterans, our country's veterans.
Well, Danny, we're going to say thank you this morning. Thank you for your service.
Drew.
Thank you for being here this morning. You want to do our jobs real quick? All you got to do is look into that camera and say, Katie, what's the weather going to be like today?
Katie, what's the weather like today?